and welcome to Tommy Talks TV, the place to be to build great love relationships. Today I'm going to be taking another one of your questions and I'll just read it. It goes like this. My wife and I frequently disagree about how to raise our children. How can we resolve this before it affects our children? Now, you're very right to be concerned about your children being affected by conflict in your marriage. A conflict situation is not an ideal atmosphere in which to bring up children, and you'll be amazed at what children notice. So children very quickly sense when there's disunity in the atmosphere, and you'll be surprised that children can sometimes play one parent against another when they feel that there's disunity in the atmosphere. I mean, what parent has not found themselves in a situation where your child comes up to you and says, "Could I please have a biscuit?" and you say no, and then they turn up 10 minutes later with biscuit in hand and they say, "Well, daddy said I could have it," or "mommy said I could have it." So you'll be amazed at what your little darling can do. They do sense when there's disunity in the atmosphere, so it's not an ideal situation for you to raise them in. So what can you do about it? Well, I'd like to share with you 3 things that you need to consider. The first of them is unity, and I've touched on that briefly already. When it comes to the issue of unity, you must remember that you should never disagree about your children in their presence. As a matter of fact, you should never disagree about anything in front of your children. Marital conflict is for adult consumption only. It's not for children. So if you have to disagree, then do it behind closed doors. But when you come out, you should present a united front before your children. So they should know that what daddy says, mommy says also. And what mommy says, daddy says also. The second thing you need to consider is flexibility. So you need to be flexible about your parenting styles. You must remember that you probably grew up in a completely different kind of environment or background from your spouse. So you will probably have different perspectives about how to raise children. Now, that should not necessarily be a problem. Actually, it's for the benefit of the children because they should be able to have the best of both worlds. So if you're able to fuse or merge your parenting styles together, then your children will be the better for it. So be flexible and don't be stuck in your ways about, how you feel children need to be raised, but talk things through with your spouse and give your children the best of both worlds at the end of the day. Now, the third thing you need to be thinking about is actually understanding what the real issues are. Children are precious, but sometimes they become victims of deeper issues. So parents are disagreeing over them, but there's actually a deeper issue behind it. If there's a deeper issue, then that needs to be resolved. Your children should not find themselves in a situation where the relationship with them is being affected by deeper issues between the husband and wife. If there are issues that need to be resolved, then you need to sit down and talk them through. And if you need to talk to a marriage counselor, then do so that you can raise your children in an atmosphere that is healthy for them, that's ideal for them. Well, I hope this has helped you. If this has helped you, then please leave me a comment on Facebook or Twitter. And if you've got a question you'd like me to answer, then head on over to tommytalks.com/ask and I'll answer your question next time. See you next time. Bye-bye.